Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is TBR Schmitt, and this is my wife Samantha.
Hello.
And today we are watching Misery. What do you know about this?
There was a lady on the movie poster, and I think maybe a cabin.
Yeah, and it is a Stephen King book, I guess.
Oh, okay. Makes
So,
me more excited.
Yeah, so it's another Stephen King movie, which we've seen a handful, but this one is not directed by Frank Darabont, I believe.
Yeah, I think every other Stephen King movie we've seen so far.
Yeah, so this is the first Stephen King without Frank Darabont, but this has been highly recommended to us.
Yes, and actually tied our Patreon poll with The Fly, which is already up on the channel.
Yeah, so we want to thank all our patrons for voting for this to win our horror movie poll. But I'm really excited to check this out. I mean, I loved all of the Stephen King stuff we've seen so far, so I'm sure this is going to be excellent.
Yeah, we're getting towards the end of spooky season. I'm so kind of excited to be able to sleep again.
Right, yeah. So if you would like to see the full-length reaction to this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on our Instagrams, Twitch, or Twitter, all those links are in the description as well. And with that, let's get into the movie. So he's an author.
Finished his book.
Dang.
Whoa.
So he was ready for this little celebration. Must go into the middle of nowhere to finish writing.
What an interesting contrast.
Yeah, right?
The music and the title. I think maybe that's who was on the movie poster now. Looks like the same road for the Overlook Hotel.
Right? I was thinking that too, for The Shining. Surprised he doesn't have any chains on. Doesn't seem like the best vehicle for this type of weather.
Pull over.
Yeah. Lost control. Ooh. Oh.
Oof.
That is a bad accident. He's about to be buried in snow quick.
What's that?
An old friend.
Went back in time, I guess.
It's nice, Paul. It's got character.
Misery is on the wall.
Oh.
I was a writer then.
Oh, yeah.
Misery Chastain put braces on your daughter's teeth and is putting her through college. And what thanks does she get? You go and kill her.
If I can make this work, I might just have something I want on my tombstone.
Huh.
Interesting thing to say.
Seriously. Oh.
He got lucky.
Yeah. Could have just froze to death out there.
Yeah. A kid? Or just little hands?
Yeah, I don't know. It is snowing hard though.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Obviously knew it was important. Whoa.
Dang.
Hey, not a kid.
Put him on his back. Yeah, the car was already like halfway buried.
Yeah. Would have never been found.
I'll take good care of you. I'm your #1 fan.
Oh. There's Kathy.
We're just outside Silver Creek. You've been here 2 days.
Dang, 2 days already?
My name is Annie Wilkes. I'm also a nurse.
You got really lucky. #1 fan thing was a little creepy, right?
Yeah.
What are they?
Yeah,
They're
these
called Novril. They're for your pain.
interesting pain pills.
The blizzard was too strong. I couldn't risk trying to get you there. I tried calling, but the phone lines are down.
Oh man, they're stranded.
Open wide.
We've seen these pills a lot already.
Yeah, like how long is he?
Your shoulder was pretty badly dislocated, but I finally popped it back in.
Oh my god.
Considering what I had around the house, I don't think there's a doctor who could have done any better.
Holy crap.
And as soon as the road's open, I'll take you to a hospital. You've got a lot of recovering to do.
Those are some gnarly looking legs.
Yeah, they're like so swollen. That does look so painful.
You mean Paul Sheldon, the writer? Uh-huh. Everybody sure likes those misery books.
Super popular.
I'll put his name through our system. If anything turns up, I'll call you right back.
What a great system.
We got a phone call. Busy morning.
Yeah, work. Virginia, when was that blizzard?
Last Tuesday. Why?
No reason.
A pretty big reason.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of trust.
That's scary.
Look up at the light in your cabin and in the room of the world's greatest writer.
That's
Yeah, that's
super scary.
Whoa.
Don't move now.
Yeah.
I wonder why a literary genius would go for a drive when there was a big storm coming. But the misery novels, I know them all by heart. All 8 of them.
You're very kind.
And he killed them.
Once the roads are open, the phone lines will be up in no time. If you give me their numbers, I'll keep trying them for you.
She's lying.
I noticed in your case there's a new Paul Sheldon book, and
You want to read it? Only my editor, my agent, and anybody that saves me from freezing to death in a car wreck.
forgive me for prattling away and making you feel all oogie.
She seems nice, but she's also super creepy.
Yeah.
The fact that she just watches him.
Maybe you can come up with a title.
Like I could do that.
Nothing unusual about Mr. Sheldon's leaving, Buster. You can tell by the champagne.
I mean, the roads definitely seem open.
And the phone, obviously.
I bet that old Mustang is pulling into New York right now.
I'm sure you're right.
It's probably completely buried.
Aren't they in Colorado?
Yeah, it's a pretty far drive.
Yeah.
I know I'm only 40 pages into your book, but
But what?
She doesn't like it.
nothing.
What is it?
The swearing, Paul. There, I said it.
The profanity bothers you.
It has no nobility.
Everybody talks like that.
They do not.
Give me a bag of that effing pig feed and here's one big bastard of a check. Give me some of your Christ.
Oh,
Look there. See what you made me do?
that was explosive.
Sometimes I get so worked up.
Fine.
Yeah.
I love you, Paul.
Oh, no.
Your creativity. That's all I meant.
That was like the worst minute conversation.
He can't walk. There's no phone in there.
Yeah, he's in trouble. I wonder if at any point he's going to hear a car drive by or something.
I wonder how far... It looked like she was a little ways off the road, though, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh.
When you're in this car, you're not my wife, you're my deputy.
Aw.
Deputy'd rather be home under the covers with the sheriff.
Dang.
Oh.
Could have been the weight of the snow.
Could have been a lot of things.
At least he's a good sheriff.
Yeah.
The way he put the post-it note up, it seemed like he wasn't going to care about it. He's been on the case.
Oof.
Ooh.
So deep.
No, I'm enjoying myself!
Wonder if that's it right there.
It's got to be right there. He just gave up too soon. I'm not going to see it unless the snow melts or something.
Yeah.
You really think Sheldon's out there?
If he is, he's dead. Let's go to the newspaper office.
It was so close.
Oh my god. I wonder if that's going to freak her out or anything, knowing that the sheriff was right there.
Yeah.
As soon as the road to the hospital is open, they'll send an ambulance for you.
The phone's working.
Yeah.
The ones in town were working just fine. I called that agent of yours.
She's covering her bases a little bit.
You'll have to wait till tomorrow if you want to talk to her yourself. What a poet you are.
I'm surprised she gave up as much information as she did about the...
I think she just got too excited.
Yeah.
It's not just great, it's perfect thing.
Till she gets to the end.
Yeah. At this point, it has to have been like weeks or something. What? Oh, don't go on his legs.
Paul, say hello to my favorite beast in the whole world, Misery.
Oh my gosh, the pig is named Misery.
Yeah, how much time has passed at this point?
I did a lot of reading. That was when I first discovered Misery. She made me forget all my problems.
Yeah, well,
He's just getting more and more uncomfortable.
um,
Done?
He was just peeing that whole time. I was wondering how he's been handling his pee and poop.
It boils down to respect.
Don't spill pee all over him.
I'd love to stay here and chat, but I'm right at the end, and I gotta find out what happens.
She's gonna be real pissed.
Yeah, I'm very afraid for her reaction.
She finish?
You. She can't be dead.
she died. She just slipped away.
Slipped away!
Oh.
You murdered my Misery!
Eddie!
Oh my gosh.
You're just another lying old dirty birdie, and I don't think I better be around you for a while.
That was terrifying.
Yeah.
And don't even think about anybody coming for you. Not your family. Because I never called them.
Oh.
And you better hope nothing happens to me. Because if I die, you die.
Man, she just came out with it.
Oof, that was terrifying.
This is your chance to do something?
I mean, he literally can't move.
Just army crawl? Man, he killed her favorite character, and now he's writing a new book that she already hates.
Yeah.
She's gonna, like, force him to write a new book for her or something.
That one was already published.
Ooh, it's gonna hurt once you fall. Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
His feet look so bad.
He literally has one functioning arm. She friggin' lock it or something.
We're working close with the state police, and the FBI's been informed.
But a lot of people are on the case now, more than just him.
Comfy?
Perfect.
She just goes in between these moods.
I asked God about you, and God said, I delivered him unto you so that you may show him the way.
Oh no. Show him the way to what?
A new story?
Oh. No way. Just gonna burn his new book? He definitely does not have other copies.
You must rid the world of this filth.
Gonna make him do it?
Every publishing house in New York is reading it now.
That's absolutely a bluff.
Then light the match, Paul.
It's no big deal.
She totally called him on that.
Man, and he was proud of this book.
As long as it does exist, your mind won't ever be free.
She is not backing down.
Can't you see it's what God wants? You're so brilliant, I would think you'd certainly be able.
Oh.
We're put on this earth to help people, Paul. Like I'm trying to help you.
That is such a hardcore threat.
Why would he light the match now?
She's gonna light a match of her own and throw it on him.
Oh, my goodness! Goodness! Oh, good.
I mean, hopefully he can remember the main details. Write it again.
Yeah.
That's no 65 Mustang.
They gotta go back to that road.
Yeah. They're really searching for him.
It's gotta give him some hope, maybe?
Here's your novel.
I don't trust those pills.
Yeah, has he been sleeping like a ton with those? Because it seems like time's passing very quickly, but
Yeah.
it's hard to tell.
Yeah, see what happens if you don't take those.
Or I wonder if he could use that.
Like knock her out or
Yeah.
something. Just store them in the bed.
See, isn't this nice?
Oh, wow. Now he's
I
mobile?
always wanted to visit the other side of the room.
Writers do need a place to work.
Work?
Man, she really is going to have him write a new book.
I know you didn't mean it when you killed her, and now you'll make it right. It'll be a book in my honor.
You just expect me to whip something off, is that it?
I expect nothing less than your masterpiece.
God.
The view will inspire you. You just inhale that. I'll be right back.
She is crazy.
Oh,
Did I do good?
You did great.
just keep her happy in a way.
I can't work on this paper. It smudges. Went back into town, you could bring me some white long-grain Mimeo.
But mine cost the most.
Is it actually smudge?
I hope so. Or he knows how to bake it.
It does smudge after all.
I thought you'd be interested. I'd like for you to be in on everything, Annie, not just the finished book, but how it's written.
Thank you for thinking of me.
She didn't take that very well.
Oh, you bought the wrong paper, Annie. I can't write on this paper, Annie. A little more appreciation around here, Mr. Man.
Oh, fuck. Man, she can really switch.
Yeah. I mean, it is like, I feel like getting progressively worse every
Yeah.
time she does switch.
That was the first time that she actually, like, physically hurt him.
Yeah.
But he's gathering stuff.
Yeah.
He's got a wheelchair now. He's got those pills, the electric shaver. I'm sure all of this is going to have to be, like, MacGyvered into some sort of weapon or escape plan. Come on.
There we go. Get close enough.
Yeah, right. Back into it. Seems like he knows what he's doing. Oh.
I don't know if he has enough time this time, you know?
Or it's still like pretty snowy outside. I don't know how far he's gonna get.
Yeah.
All he's gonna do is let her know.
He knows how to get out.
Yeah.
Oh,
fuck. Oh, a phone. Oh, this is huge. Oh my god. Maybe someone will notice her shopping habits. Paper.
the typewriter.
Yeah.
Gotta get back in that room. Uh-oh.
No. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Face it the wrong way?
Yeah. Little shrine.
Where's this pig?
That's what I was thinking. Wonder if it's in the house or outside. See what it is? Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's got to pretend like he's still in there, but I don't know if he's going to be able to lock it.
Oh, no.
It's a room you can't get in.
He's never getting back in this room.
No.
Probably gonna be locked again.
Yeah, even if he gets outside, what is he supposed to do? Crawl in the snow?
Did not think this one through.
That would be huge if you could sneak that in there. Oh, you're done.
She's gonna be pissed.
There's no way you can get back in that room in
Isn't
time.
he just have to back up there? Or is that not it?
I don't think that's it. Unless she does something outside to kill some time. Gotta close like all the doors.
And it's right by the front door, huh?
Yeah.
Is he really gonna try to lock it?
Yeah, he has to. Oh, he got it. The
Oh,
pills. he's pouring sweat.
It just breaks my heart to see you like this.
Oh my God.
The main reason I've never been more popular is because of my temper.
She's so crazy.
You'll be brilliant. Think of me as your inspiration.
You're a great inspiration for a horror movie.
Catch this. Mwah!
Oh, it's like cringy. They gotta see this car.
Right?
Is that it?
That's the bent tree. You can kind of see the tire a little. Yep.
Yep.
Got it.
We also know that if anyone had found him, they would have taken him to an area hospital.
No, this is worse.
That is, unless the animals didn't get to him first, which is a distinct possibility. The local paper...
That just kills the whole search.
There you go.
Yes, someone crowbarred it open.
He never crawled out of that car by himself. Someone pulled him out.
I love this couple.
I know.
Store all the medicine.
Maybe.
Make one big poison thing.
Trying to figure out what it is.
Or if it has a flavor. So he can put it in something maybe.
Yeah.
Like a smell and a flavor. Yeah, at first I was like, is he gonna snort it? Like, you better get something or else she's just gonna get pissed.
This isn't what happened last week. Have you all got amnesia? He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodie car!
These angles.
I know, right? They always push in on her face when she starts screaming.
And Ian broke his shoulder and his ribs and lay all night in the ditch, and he never reached the doctor. Misery was buried in the ground at the end, Paul, so you'll have to start there.
How is he gonna resurrect someone that was buried?
It's gonna start with her getting dug up. So it's just still snowing more and more. Because they're not gonna start searching again until summer. Please, please like it.
Will she be her old self now that Ian has dug her out, or will she have amnesia?
Have to wait.
Special, perfect love?
You'll have to wait.
Oh! Misery's alive! Misery's alive!
Oh my God.
Would you have dinner with me tonight?
Oh, he's gonna go tonight for the poison?
Oh, Paul. It would be an honor.
I mean, at this point, you could also just try to see how to make this relationship work, because you might not ever leave. I wonder if he's gonna move forward with this book if he ever survives. But is this enough to kill if he can even successfully poison her?
Yeah. I was hoping they were having like soup or something.
Right? Maybe he can get it into a drink for a toast or something.
There's potatoes.
Let's have a toast.
A toast?
To misery.
It's gonna spill.
To misery.
Might be too much wine. It might be too, like, diluted in there.
Do you have any candles?
Did you study decorating, or do you just have a flair?
It's really trying to be a charmer.
A candlelit dinner with Paul Sheldon. I would have checked both legs to see which one was being pulled.
She's so great at playing all of these crazy sides.
I get goosebumps every time I think about it. Oh.
Oh, no!
I ruined your beautiful toast. Will you ever forgive me?
Like, that was weeks plus stealing a whole
pack.
Can we pretend this never happened?
Ugh.
That's such a bummer.
Oh, that was heartbreaking.
It just needs to hit like another milestone to be like, let's have another
celebrate
dinner
again, yeah.
Just quickly finish this book.
Positively the best misery you've ever written.
I wonder if it really is his best misery.
Or if it's just like full of just crap, like
Right.
romance and like too much.
Oh, he's going fast.
I forgot there was no N.
Trying to get strong. Chapter 19. Let's call it quits already. 28.
Whoa! How long has this been?
35. Oh.
Like that his face is all healing and...
Yeah.
That's scary.
Oh, he's getting strong.
Here's your pills.
What's going on with her?
The rain. Sometimes it gives me the blues. I only love the writer part of Paul Sheldon, but now I know I love the rest of him too.
Red flag.
That's the red flag.
It's the final red flag.
Why would I leave? I like it here.
That's very kind of you.
She's somehow a very sane psycho. Oh, shit.
Sometimes I think about using it. I better go now. I might put bullets in it.
Holy crap. Now is the time. You are definitely running out of it.
I'm for the biggest one. It's gonna be hard to hide.
And it'll be pretty noticeable if it's gone.
Yeah.
As a justice higher than that of man, I will be judged by him.
That's nice.
That's nice, dear. Man, I really hope he makes it out alive.
After all this.
I thought this was like a wedding book or something.
She said her husband left her. She a serial killer?
Yeah. And she's killing babies? She's way more dangerous. Dragon Lady?
Okay, she's like really crazy.
She's been killing people all her life, it seems like.
Like she became a nurse to kill people. Oh my god.
I like that sound though.
I don't, that scared me. That's what he's gonna do though? That's his plan, is just to stab her? I feel like she's pretty strong.
That's why you got the biggest knife. Just need to get her to get close. Oh. Now he's gonna have to hide this knife or something. I don't know if that's good enough. She comes to change the sheets or tuck him in or something.
I mean, she didn't find the pills.
Oh my god. Oh no, what was that? She know?
Yeah, did she find the knife? Like, what?
I know you've been out.
Oh no.
Penguin in the study always faces due south.
Ah, the penguin.
Ceramic penguin.
Is this what you're
Oh no.
First I couldn't figure out how you did it, but last night I found your key.
Oh my god, she figured everything out.
Do you know what they did to the native workers who stole diamonds? They caught them. They had to make sure they could go on working, but they also had to make sure they could never run away.
Oh god.
The operation was called hobbling.
Oh, just when his legs were getting better?
It's for the best.
Eddie, please!
Oh, no way.
God, I love you.
Ew!
Wow. He may never walk again.
Yeah, I think that's the point.
I mean, even if he survives and gets out of here, he's fucked.
You cock-a-doodie!
Caught his attention.
Yeah. Well, maybe he's gonna notice what she's buying.
Just leave it, all right?
Oh, I like that tone. What is it?
Well, I'm not sure. Maybe nothing.
Is he gonna repeat the quote to her?
Yeah. Or maybe she must have said that when she was on trial.
Oh, she said she was in the witness stand.
Yep, there it is. He got you. You're a fan. Oh man, I hope he doesn't underestimate her though. He should just go in blasting.
Hi, Pumpkin! Come on, Misery!
I feel like he's gonna murder this pig.
Yeah, I have the same thought. Man, I'm really afraid for this sheriff though.
Typing kind. Well, that kind. Nothing odd about that. Miss Wilkes done something? Not a thing.
Oh no, he's going alone though.
You didn't tell anyone. Oh, fuck. And she has the gun too. She must have already got bullets for it.
No, I have more faith in him.
Dang it.
When are we going to develop a sense of trust?
What the hell? How do you get him down there other than just chuck him down the stairs? Oh, okay. He's got to be able to fight back from stuff in here. That is a very secret room, too.
I'm his #1 fan. I've got all his books. Well, my manners have just flown away. I haven't invited you in. Please.
No, it's a death trap.
God told me to get ready.
Get ready for what?
To be his replacement.
Oh, that's her cover for writing.
That I should make up new stories as if I was Paul Sheldon. And I bought a typewriter and paper to type on, the same kind.
Wow. She was ready.
To a writing studio. Would you like to see it?
Sure.
It's right this way.
With the bed and stuff.
I don't know.
You'd think I'd never had a guest before. Would you like a nice hot cup of cocoa?
Lee, I don't
It's
care.
no trouble.
Get out.
Wrong direction.
Yeah, make some noise. I mean, she must know that you're moving around up there.
This looks like a first person.
Oh! Please let it just be Coco and not a gun.
Here you are. You didn't even taste your cocoa.
She definitely poisoned that cocoa.
Knock that over. Oh! No, be ready to shoot though.
Miss Wilkes, are you all right?
Here!
No!
Mr. Sheldon?
Holy crap!
No!
Fuck.
You and I were meant to be together forever. But now our time in this world must end.
Oh no.
I put 2 bullets in my gun. One for you and one for me.
Man, she had a lot more than just that pistol. She blew that cop away.
Now don't be afraid.
That cop's still alive, maybe?
No, he's gone.
Could he just like...
We must finish the book.
But the time is now.
It's almost finished.
Buy himself a little bit more time? Man, I don't have any faith of him escaping at this point. His legs are shattered. That cop is obliterated.
When I finish, I'll need 3 things.
What things?
Oh.
And you need 1 glass of champagne. Dom Perignon.
Oh my gosh.
He's also gonna need a syringe full of that stuff to knock her out.
Yeah, right? Maybe just pick up this typewriter and hit her over the head. Oh my god, and the gun. Just 2 bullets.
This time we'll need 2 glasses.
Oh, Paul.
Oh, Paul.
What is the plan?
Oh, this book's never getting out.
Does she finally marry Ian? Or will it be Winthorne? It's all right here.
Oh.
Paul, you can't!
I learned it from you.
My misery!
Oh, yes! That didn't take her out?
Oh no!
Oh. Oh.
Oh no!
Oh no! It's got one bullet left. Oh fuck, that's it. How is she so strong?
You wanna eat it?
Oh.
Eat it to yourself.
Oh my god. Kill her. No. She's a tank. Oh. Please let her be dead. I would smash her head a few more times just to be sure.
That's a lot of blood.
Fucking, I knew she wouldn't be dead. Come on. No. Please let her be dead this time. That was so violent and aggressive. She was unkillable. 18 months. All right, he's walking.
Walk. Should write a book about that.
Is it? Very first copy.
Higher education.
How would you feel about a non-fiction book about what went on in that house?
Worst horror of my life, just so we can make a few bucks.
What the?
I still think about it once in a while.
Excuse me. I just want to tell you I'm your #1 fan.
No, kill her. Fucking kill her. All right, that was Misery. What'd you think?
That was incredible.
Yeah,
That was insane. And I mean, Kathy Bates,
so good.
holy cow. Just incredible. The crazy that she could portray was so scary.
Yeah, and like, she did everything perfectly.
Yeah.
She was so scary when she was crazy. And then whenever Paul would like kind of sweet talk her a little bit and she would be like, oh, Paul.
Yeah.
Like she did that so perfect.
Yeah.
Ah, man, that was just such an A+ performance by her.
Yeah. And I mean, James Caan was also fantastic. Like, knew kind of how to get to her.
Yeah.
And then, you know, he made some mistakes and he pushed the limits, but he never got like out of hand. He knew how to reel it in. And I mean, obviously it worked out for him in the end. And I mean, that ending, the fact that he didn't just like, you know, stab her or burn the house down or whatever other things he had planned. Like, he ruined her with that book.
Oh,
first.
yeah. Yeah, like that was torturous. I mean, because
Yeah.
it did seem like he was maybe writing the best Misery edition. And the fact that she was right there at the end
Yeah.
to find out what actually happens and then goes in for the kill.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Yeah, that was so much better than any like of him having to pull out the knife from his sling or any of the other plans that he had. Like, that was just perfect.
Yeah, and that was a battle in the end too.
Yes, I mean, that jump scare, that got me good.
When she came back to life,
yeah,
pretty much.
I was like, there's no way that she's still alive. That was a lot of blood.
She
on
was
the floor.
a unit. Like,
Yeah.
she was unstoppable. I mean, she took like, typewriters are not light.
No.
They gotta be like 20, 25 pounds or
I would
something.
say even heavier than that.
I mean, you hit someone in the head with that, more than likely they're dead.
Yeah.
From that hit alone.
And then she fell into it as well.
Yeah.
Like,
that was,
twice.
yeah,
the
well, and then
typewriter.
he's like gouging out her eyes. He falls into it.
Yeah.
She has to get the pig like little sculpture to finally bash her head in.
Yeah, and that thing looked
Hefty,
dense.
yeah.
But, and then talking about the cop and his wife.
Yeah.
I loved them. They were so great together. Like, they were the perfect little married couple. You know, they had their little, like, bickers and things, but they were just, like, so perfect. And he was the one person that was still in the case.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was very involved the whole time they were looking, and he was good. I mean, he found that tree.
He was good from the very beginning. You loved both of them, and their whole storyline, it served like two purposes. It was to rip your heart out once he got shot, but also to get Paul in the basement so that he could get the lighter fluid.
Yes.
If he wouldn't have shown up, he never would have been thrown down there.
Yeah.
And, you know, that gave him his best opportunity to escape.
Right. And I'm sure, even so, like, even if he had maybe, well, obviously he would have had to survive if she was going to kill them both. But if he was able to postpone it long enough, they were going to have to come looking.
For, like, where the sheriff was.
Right.
Yeah.
And his car was there, everything. It was more than what Paul had at the house. Like, from the outside, Paul was not there.
Right.
Yeah, so, I mean, this was fantastic. Very suspenseful. A lot of stress. And that ending was just crazy.
The ending was crazy. And yeah, the movie did have a lot of stress. And it didn't go very long before Paul essentially was told by Annie that he was trapped there as a hostage.
Yes.
It wasn't like this long drawn out thing of Paul finally figuring out like, oh, look, there's cars on the road or the phones work or something. She just flat out said like, you're never leaving. You're here.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool because then the rest of the movie was literally just him being like, fuck, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
So he did do some things where it's like he tried a little too hard in points. I mean, obviously he's fighting for his life, but everything eventually led to the point where he successfully survived. And I genuinely thought he wasn't making it out of this.
Yeah, I wasn't hopeful that he was going to make it out.
Like once they like said that, oh, he's probably dead. And if we don't find the body, it's probably because animals killed it.
Yeah.
The cop getting killed without telling anyone where he was going.
Yeah.
I'm sure she could have figured out how to get rid of the car or something. It would have been more difficult, but it was very plausible that he was just screwed.
Right. But he never gave up.
No. And he was literally training in that room. Like,
yes.
Like with the typewriter and everything. And no, he definitely did not give up. He had multiple plans fail and still kept trying. Like, that was so torturous. The poison in the wine.
Oh, I know. And just gone. All of it gone.
Yeah.
And then that penguin, like, I noticed that it was facing the wrong way. And then I completely forgot about it because when she got home, it was never mentioned again. Nothing happened. And that part was terrifying. When she came in, she stabs him. He wakes up. And first she brings up the penguin.
Yep.
As he's like not even discreetly looking for this knife.
Yeah.
And that shot of her. I mean, all of the shots of her.
Oh, whenever it got really close to her when she was starting to scream and get angry, that was so good.
Yeah, it was like the lower angle. It would get so close that almost her eyes looked like they were like looking outward. Like,
yeah,
it was scary.
Like, yeah, I mean, we can't say enough about how amazing Kathy Bates was.
Yeah,
incredible. And how scary Annie was.
Yeah.
Even to the point where you know she's scary, you know she's crazy, but then when he goes through the memory book and like you find out that she's been a killer like forever.
And then onto babies.
Yeah.
Like she killed her husband, she was killing other nurses, doctors.
Yeah.
But then babies, like, there's something very wrong.
Oh yeah, she was super messed up.
Yeah. That was the moment that I realized that she was even crazier. Because obviously she had maybe split personalities or something was going on, but that was a whole other level. But also, like, how is she out? Like,
that's what I was thinking. So I didn't see enough of the newspaper or something. I don't know if she was found like not guilty or something like that. Oh no, she was behind bars. Yeah. So it's like, how do you get guilty of so much murder
and then go
to prison and then get out and then like live in this town? Like the cop knew about her past because when he saw that quote, it sparked that memory for him. So the cop must have known that like this crazy killer is living here. So I'm surprised that she wasn't like one of the first suspects or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess there is no connection whatsoever to think why she would be involved. until
Like she's a serial killer.
yeah, until you get that like number one fan type of thing.
Yeah, no, I think I would honestly like to go back and pause and read like all of those news articles.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, they were so quick and there was a lot of writing. It was hard to tell. I was just picking up bits and pieces. Obviously, you really were just meant to see the headlines and then that quote.
Yeah.
But this was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, we figured it would be great. I mean, we haven't had a Stephen King dud so far.
Yeah.
So it was excellent. I mean, from the very beginning, you know, the car crash, that's like in the first few minutes of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So
nonstop.
It was nonstop for having pretty much just two characters in one location, the bedroom. That's like 90% of the movie. Just these two people in this one room.
I know, I was thinking that, you know, we have the credits here pulled up and there's like 10 people that actually have names.
Yeah, and then at that point it's just like
reporter number 1, number 2, like
yeah, so there was a very small cast.
Yeah.
Almost no location changes.
Yeah.
Yet that didn't matter because you're just on edge the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Very effective.
Yeah, super effective movie.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, it made him a better writer. So
yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy that he wants to give her that credit, but
yeah, I mean, he gave the credit just verbally, but it would be interesting to think if he ever does write that book about the real like situation that happened, because obviously it must be public knowledge.
Yeah.
In a way that will like immortalize Annie, kind of like how she wanted, which is crazy. Like they might both succeed, that he becomes a better writer and moves past the Misery series, and she is now immortalized in the words of her like favorite author.
Yeah. But she'll never get Misery back. He burned that
Yeah,
book.
he burned that book. She's dead.
Yeah. Ooh.
That was intense.
Yeah, it was so good. The more like we talk about it, the more I think about it, the more I like it.
Yeah.
And I already liked it a lot.
Yeah, because it's easy to just like look at it and just be like, not too much goes on and you can kind of like lose interest a little bit, but that never happened.
No, not at all.
So I was super impressed with this movie. And yeah, I mean, the roughest part for sure, the cop getting killed and the hobbling of his feet.
Yeah. Oh, the first one they like showed.
Yeah, you see it just like bend.
Like around, because I was unclear what exactly she was gonna do. I thought that she was going to literally like have an axe and like cut off his feet.
Right, when they were talking about like thieves or something like that, I was like, oh, like cut off the hands, but she can't cut off his hands because he still needs to work.
Yeah.
So I was thinking the same thing, like, is she literally just gonna like cut off his legs or something?
Yeah.
But no, she just smashed them to bits.
Yeah, and like the way she like put them at the sides of the
like the block of wood.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, that was rough. I mean, that like bent. I mean, there's some like football players who like, it reminded me of like watching football and you see like an athlete just rip their ankle apart and you're like, the announcers will be like, oh, his career's over or something.
Yeah.
So you just watch that and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't think he was actually ever going to be able to walk again.
Yeah, that was impressive. All he had was a cane in 18 months.
Yeah. So he survived. He did it, and he has a ton of material now to write about.
Yes, yes.
But that was great. I loved it.
Yeah, me too.
So if you would like to see the full-length reaction to this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on any other types of social media, all those links will be in the description as well. And with that, peace everyone.
Bye.
Bye.